This is a public information broadcast about artificial intelligence. This is the table of capitalism. These are the people.
Hello.
Why, hello there.
As you can see, the table is supported by 3 legs. The first leg is the private sector, which exchanges money from the public for the products and services it provides. It also pays the public to do the jobs required to provide those products and services. The second leg is the public sector, which provides an array of socialist services to support the public so they are able to serve the private sector in a peaceful and stable democracy. The public sector also provides jobs to the public in exchange for pay. The third leg is the government, which taxes the private sector and serves the public by allocating those funds to the public sector. It also creates legislation for the private sector to minimize risk to the public when delivering its products and services. So as you can see, we run a hybrid system of both private and public products and services, which creates a balanced platform so that the public can live in a peaceful and stable democracy. Now let's introduce artificial intelligence, which is able to do the jobs that the public are currently getting paid for, remembering that it currently requires direction from a human to work, but realizing that over time it will learn to command itself, therefore erasing the need for humans and therefore jobs. See how this means that the workforce will not be able to earn money, so they will not be able to pay taxes or purchase products and services. This will result in the collapse of our capitalist system. Anarchy, and very probably civil war. Private companies will realize that without a stable system, they will not be able to make any profits. So responsibly deploying this technology is just as important to them as it is to the public. It concerns us all. Artificial intelligence therefore presents a great threat to the national security of any country that uses the capitalist system and is essentially a weapon to our enemies who will happily help us to wield it and watch us be destroyed. This is a data center. This is the local community. Data centers do a large amount of processing for AI applications. They use a lot of power for processing data and lots of water for keeping the computer processors cool. As the price of services is influenced by demand, you'll know that an increased demand means an increase in cost to the local consumer. Some data centers also generate their own energy on site, which creates waste products which it spews into the atmosphere, polluting the environment and posing health risks to nearby residents. As you can see, data centers have a very real cost impact, especially to the local community, which must be either mitigated or offset by the private company to be fair to the public. This is Susan. Susan sees this photo on social media of Elon Musk. Susan doesn't realize this is an AI-generated photo, is offended, and decides to sue Elon for causing alarm. Let's now imagine that this is the photo she sees. Notice the clear AI license identifier, indicating that the photo has been generated artificially. Susan is no longer confused, and Elon isn't bothered unnecessarily. This is Elon. Elon is alarmed to have found this photo of himself on social media. Luckily, because of easy content identification, Elon is able to make a formal complaint about the content and give feedback directly to the AI application developer so they can adjust their software accordingly. In some cases, it may be necessary to pass a complaint onto a legal third party for assessment. In this way, we can help protect the public from AI misuse. This is Bob. Bob is a police officer. Bob needs to know if the evidence he acquires whilst investigating crime is real or artificially generated. The court also needs to know if the evidence presented to it is authentic. There is therefore both a requirement for manual evidence authentication and automatic testing when it is submitted to a digital repository for use in a legal case. As insurance and other private companies rely on evidence to assess claims, there is also a requirement for paid services that perform the same task.
Skywalker, destiny. Yow.
As you can probably tell, an AI voice has been used in the production of this presentation because I am disabled and have difficulty speaking, so I am not opposed to the application of this technology, as it can be very useful, but I am aware that it must be responsibly applied to minimize the risk to the public and our stable capitalist system. The public requires the formation of an artificial intelligence registrar to oversee a productive integration of this technology into society. The remit of the Artificial Intelligence Registrar would be to provide a bridge between providers, application developers and citizens to maximize private company profits whilst minimizing the risk to the public. The registrar would require that artificial intelligence vendors acquire a license ID to operate. Both free and paid license tiers would exist dependent on content output volume to keep application development open to everyone as per the Internet standard. All license holders must identify their content. All license holders must report the content units generated. License holders with data centers must also give feedback on the various metrics used to generate content so that the environmental and local community impact can be properly assessed. The registrar is responsible for managing a proper complaints process. The registrar would offer a free manual and automatic evidence authentication system for legal reasons. The registrar would offer a manual and automatic evidence authentication system for other private companies which would be paid. The registrar would require a body of legislation at the government level in the country of operation to help enforce compliance. As this is a national defence issue, the registrar should be owned and run by NATO. One way you can help people to understand this issue is to share this message. Thank you for watching this presentation. For more information, please visit benosborne.com/AI.